Hello, this is a follow-up tutorial to John's uh, branding one. In his tutorial, he gave you the sort of general information about what to do and how to apply the logo onto different things like the letterhead and also the business card. But in mine, it's just a follow-up for people who are finding it quite difficult to get the images onto their CD and also onto the open letter. Okay, so we'll start with a CD. We'll go and click on disk, and then click on the triangle to open up all the elements that we want. First of all, we need to double click on this icon here. Okay, and then just click OK to those, and then you'll have a zoomed in CD. So I particularly don't like a sort of logo and the writing on the CD because I think it makes it look unbalanced. But it is a personal choice. So if you like to put your logo on the CD, then that's brilliant. That's fine. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to keep it as a pattern. So I'm going to turn the logo off and also the sort of text as well. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my pattern. I'm going to go into the elliptical marquee tool, and then I'm going to do like sort of my selection of the design. Now it's really important that you have one finger on Shift and the other finger on Alt, and then you will be able to draw the perfect circle. So just drag the bit that you want, okay, and then edit and copy, and then back into your zoomed in CD, and then go on to this drop down menu here, new layer, and then edit and paste that in. Okay. Now at this point, I think I put the opacity down a bit, so I was able to see the CD, the outline of the CD through your design. And then I would go to Edit and Free Transform, and then importantly, you must have your finger on the Shift button, and then you can start to reduce down, and then sort of drag your design over your CD. So now, with the finger on the Shift button, what I'm making sure is that I don't have any of these sort of pink areas showing. Okay, so just make sure that all of that is covered. So again, finger back on the Shift button, and then just drag it over. Okay. Now also, this is a good time to get rid of the kind of central part of it as well. So apply the transformation. Back onto your elliptical marquee tool. So try and find the center point. Then with finger on Shift and another one Alt, click and drag. And then I would stop just inside the design. You want your selection to be just like a little bit inside the design. Okay. And then I put my the opacity back up to 100, and then get the rubber, and then just rub out the center point. Okay. Then Command and D to get rid of the ellipse tool, and then File and Save. And if you go back now to your mock-up, you'll find the CD is in there. Okay. And now we're going to do the open bit of the envelope. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the closed envelope layer, and I'm going to turn that off. Okay. And then I'm going to go to my open envelope layer, and then open up all the different sort of associated layers, and then I'm going to turn off the top 4. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is go to my pattern, get rid of the elliptical marquee, go back, and then choose the rectangular one. So again, you can choose which bit of the design that you want. I'm just going to sort of choose this area here. Okay. Edit and copy, and then back to your mock-up, back to your drop-down menu, new layer, and then paste it in. Okay. And then when you go into your drag tool, you can sort of drag your design roughly to the area that it's going to be in. Okay. Now you can see that I think I cropped mine like a little bit too narrow. You see, because you can't cover both that and that. So I'm just going to go to Edit free transform, and then finger on the shift button, and then I'm just going to increase it like a little bit so it definitely covers it. Okay, and apply that. Okay, so at this point now we need to move the layer that the pattern is on, this layer 1. We want to move it just below the colour 2. Okay, so we'll just move it down to there. Okay, and then we are going to hide it for now. Okay, then we're going to go and zoom in on the envelope. Go and click on the magnetic lasso tool. Start with a click and then sort of drag it around. It should just follow the line because the contrast between the black and the white is very strong. So it should be able to just pick that up and follow it around. Okay. And then when you get back to the start, click again, and then you've selected that area. But what we want to do is we want to select the rest of it. We don't want to select this area, we want everything else selected. So we'll just go to select and inverse. Okay, now everything else is selected. Now is the time to show our layer, and then go to the rubber, and then we can just rub out the extra parts of the design. So let's rub it out behind here as well. Okay, so I'm rubbing all of this kind of area out here as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to deselect. Okay. So now, if we move our layer 1 back underneath envelope open, okay, and then it's on show. You can see the design has come through, and then I think all I would do is, you know, the overlay shading here, I would move them above layer 1. So I'd move that to above layer 1. Overlay shading. Okay. So let's try that one as well. Okay, and show. So now you can see, okay, you've got the sort of division, the kind of fold mark here. Because if I click that off, kind of disappeared, and if I click it on, okay, you've got that sort of division line. So now if we zoom out, okay, you can see that you've got your sort of inside of the letter and also your CD, and on here, if you want to, we can put the text back on, and the little logo back on as well. Okay, so yeah, that's just to show you then how to apply the pattern onto the CD and then onto the inside of the open envelope, and then I think we should show the closed envelope, and then that's your kind of finished demonstration, and that's the end of